Good afternoon. My name is Jimmie Johnson, and this is my sister Lydia. On behalf of our entire family, we would like to thank you for all being here. Today is a very special announcement. We would like to ask Mr. Hendrick, owner of Hendrick Motorsports and the driver of the number 48 Ally Chevrolet, 7-time champion, NASCAR champion, our dad, Jimmie Johnson, to please join us on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
I'm more interested in what happened when you told the girls. What was their reaction? What did they say?
Yesterday, we were having breakfast, and I've shown the girls the video that we pushed out on social media. And breakfast is a very important part of the day and a very focal point for my kids. And Lydia was midway through her pancakes when I started the video, and could not really be bothered by the video and wanted me to pass the butter.
So your retirement announcement was trumped by butter.
It was. It's been interesting because I've worked through my headspace, and then came to see Rick and spent some time with Jeff. And that's all 3 weeks to a month ago, if not a little longer. And I'm a little further down the road, and so excited to be where I am today, and be in this press conference today, and to tell everyone what my plans are. So I'm very excited, and just ready to get 2020 started. So the process has been interesting. Telling friends, telling my team yesterday to sit the team down, people that have worked on the 48 from the beginning. That was probably one of the harder moments I think that I had. Cliff and I went to dinner the other night. I'm not sure he completely thought it was coming out of left field, but I did catch his attention when I mentioned it to him. But I don't know, it's been an interesting process, and a day that you can never really plan for. But it's here, and I'm just thankful to be with family and friends, and this man right here, and all that he's done for my life. And we're gonna have a good time.
Final thoughts, Mr. H. We'll start with you.
I don't know how to thank you, buddy, for being the champion and the leader and friend and everything you meant to this company, and giving us all these championships and done some unbelievable things. And we'll always be grateful, and we'll always be appreciative. And I got your number.
Jimmie?
Thank you. I know you got my number, and I'm expecting it to ring. We're going to have a lot of fun, whatever it is. But I'm just so thankful to literally have chased a dream since I was a kid, to race, and it's just thankful. Just very, very thankful. Thankful for the relationships that I've built in this sport. I don't know, my mind's running wild on me right now, and I'm trying not to cry. But just thank you.
The night before you made your first qualifying attempt at Charlotte, it was the accident with Blaze, and you've always honored him with having the little initials on the left front bumper of your car. Next year is the last year that will be on your car and go around. It's quite a tribute for almost 20 years. To think that will be the last year to be honoring Blaze in that way, what does that mean when you think about all these things?
Wow, just good memory. Man, I hadn't thought about it one bit. Clearly, he was a very special friend. And that night, and losing him, and just everything about it was crazy. And I guess that was in '01, so it will be 20 full years when it's all said and done, because that next morning, I came to drive my Xfinity car. And Blaze was very close with a lot of guys on my team, and one of the guys took a Sharpie and drew that on the left front of the car. And then he ended up coming to work at Hendrick for us, and started with a Sharpie drawing that on every week, and then eventually we made a sticker that went on. So that's been on ever since that night. But it'll be a heck of a tribute, and thank you for bringing that up. I'm not sure I would have picked up on it anytime soon, and I'm still very close with his family, and we'll definitely find a way to have some moments about that, or around that. Thank you.
Last one over here.
You know, shock. You know, every time one of these drivers call me want to come to my house, I know that's not a good situation. So, and Jimmy and I talked, and you know, I can think of a lot of stories about you, Mr. Gordon.
Told you might need a microphone.
But no, everybody knows Jimmy. He processes everything, and then when he's made up his mind, or he's not wishy-washy at all, and you know, he's done so much for us and for the sport. I mean, if you just said, I'm gonna make a list of what the perfect driver would be, you know, from the talent to the ability to work with sponsors, athlete. He's just raised the bar at our company, from fitness to charity. You know, it's unbelievable how perfect he is. And so I wanted, whatever he wanted, I wanted for him. And I wanted it to be like, I told him back this year, I said, you don't have to, we're not on the clock. You tell me what you want to do, and we'll make it work. And so I thought he deserved that from our company. And I knew the day would come one day, but I should be the one retiring, not you. So, no, it was. I'm happy for him, because I want to see what the next chapter is, and he set the foundation and a benchmark for us at this company that we'll always, you know, strive to get there. And he's not going to. He's going to be a buddy and a friend, and we're going to do things together. And we've been partners in business. So this chapter is going on, but you know, he's just an unbelievable person and an unbelievable friend. So he's not just a driver to me; he's family.
Yeah, the decision, I was really just hopeful a feeling would hit me and really rock my world, which way to go with it. And as the summer went on, nothing really, you know, showed up for me. But then in October, the feeling to make 2020 my last really did. And as I sat with it longer, it just felt better and better. And it has led me to where I am today, and very excited about one more amazing opportunity to drive for Hendrick Motorsports in this Ally 48 car and make it a special one.
You know, Jimmy's the kind of guy that when he makes his mind up, you know, he's just full speed ahead. And I think he's getting excited about, you know, 2020 to try to win races, win a championship. And then I don't know what's going to happen beyond that. But whatever he does, he'll be good in, you know. And I think off-road sports cars, I don't think he's going to run full-time anywhere. But I think he's just ready for a change, you know, the next chapter. So I hate to see him go, but I'm thankful for what we had. And really looking forward to next year. I think we're going to have a heck of a year as an organization.
Yeah, for sure. To be around somebody as special as Jimmie Johnson, the man himself, is a blessing in many ways, just for people to get to know him and to have a relationship with him. As a friend and as a teammate to him over the last few years, there's been so many different changing elements, from times we've run good, times we've run bad, and to see the solidarity of his character throughout all that has been just remarkable to see and to experience. Of course, there's been times where naturally when things aren't going well, you know, one can get down and dejected. So I've seen him down and dejected, but he's so just tough and has so much perseverance. To see him come back from that strong, ready to race, ready to compete, to close out his career at the top of his game, I think is really special. And to now to be his crew chief, my goal this whole time really has just been to give him race cars that are competitive and fast, that make him comfortable, that he can drive and just go compete and do his thing. Of course, in the crew chief role, and then B, just with the relationship that we have, I want to make sure he is comfortable with his team, with our communication, our relationship, to know that he and I are in it together. We're going to fight every battle together, win, lose, or draw, and to give him that peace and that peace of mind has been another goal of mine. So to live that out in both aspects, from the performance, the car speed side of it, and from our relationship side of it, that's my goal for 2020, and I know we can do it.
Well, we've already talked about he has a much higher threshold to hold back those emotions, and I envy him of that. But you know, Jimmie, he's added so much, not just to Hendrick Motorsports, but to the entire sport of NASCAR. And I can say that as a competitor who had to compete against him and get beat by him many times, and go, darn it, what does he have? You know, what is he doing? What can I do more? And elevating up my game as a competitor, to also the way in which he went about it, you know, just with style, with class, you know, and such a good guy. You know, you're like, wait a minute, he can't have all these qualities. It's just not possible, and be able to drive a race car like that and win races and championships like that. So couldn't be more proud, you know, to have met Jimmie, you know, back in, what was that, 2001, and you know, to see. I mean, yeah, I believed in him, and I felt like, man, if we can give this guy the cars and equipment and a team that similar to what I've had, I think he can do great things. But I couldn't be more proud of how he went about it and did it, and far exceeded anybody's expectations, and just couldn't be more happier for him, you know, on this day. And that's all those conversations were with me and him, was just talking about how proud I was and how happy I was that he gets to go out on his terms and with, you know, making the announcement himself.
I'd say my first reaction was obviously that of a little bit of sorrow, honestly, because we've been together for so long and been through so much, and seen so many things happen, family and friends and marriage and race wins and championships. I was kind of sad to think that after next year that it won't be any more of that in the relationship that we have. So it was a little sorrow, but honestly for Jimmie, I was very happy for him, because he's accomplished so much. He deserves to have the opportunity to spend time with Lydia and Genevieve and Chandra and go and experience what it is to be a, you know, quote unquote normal family, have weekends off, you know, fire up the grill and, you know, cook some dogs or do whatever it is that they want to do. So from that standpoint, I was pleased.
That is class. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to invite Jimmie's daughters, Genevieve and Lydia Johnson, to please join me on the stage. Girls, please join us.
Good afternoon. My name is Hendrick Johnson, and this is my sister Lydia. On behalf of our entire family, we would
certain questions about this process. I think I'm more interested in what happened when you told the girls. What was their reaction? What did they say?
Yesterday, we were having breakfast, and I'm showing the girls the video that we pushed out on social media. And you know, breakfast is a very important part of the day, and a very, you know, focal point for my kids. And Lydia was midway through her pancakes when I started the video. Times, it's the people. So to see some of my peers and their remarks, to have phone calls and connect with those people, text messages, whatever it may be, that part's really filled my heart full, and I'm thankful for that.
Okay, Mr. H., we'll talk about today in a little bit. But I've got to go back to 2000, 2001. Yeah, I knew Jimmie's career in the Busch Series was not stellar.
Did you really know who I was?
Absolutely.
Until a while ago.
Yes, I did. I actually did. But that being said, when I went back and looked at the Went A race check times 83. Nate, and then Doug.
Shot, and that is absolutely the goal for next year. I have the fire. Our team is getting stronger. I think Hendrick Motorsports as a whole, we've had a great evolution through the course of 2019. We have some new things coming our way for 2020. And just pulling back and looking at the opportunity this company has in 2020, and then myself with it being
From the industry, from the fans, I know what I scrolled through, especially last night and this morning. What's your reaction been to that? What stood out in your mind?
It's been amazing. You know, when I look back on the year.